David went here from 1965 to 72, and he majored in history and got his audio-visual certification. He was also in student government. He did WRST radio when it first started up. And he also took a lot of stats for their basketball games and some of their football games as well. But so he grew up in Kimberly, Wisconsin, which is not far from here. It's right next to Appleton. And he went to Xavier High School. And his father was a steam fitter, but his father died when he was around 8, so he considers his stepfather to be his father. And he was also a steam fitter, which means they worked with pipes. And his mom growing up was a bartender and a waitress, but she didn't do that until after all the kids had left because she had to take care of the kids while they were there because there was 5 of them. And in their neighborhood, most families didn't have under 5 kids, is what he told me. So. And his family's view on education is that it always came first, and they always wanted him to go to college. It was never said, but he had that interpretation that he was always going to go to school. And he was the first one that was going to go to school. And he looked at St. Norbert, UW-Madison, and UW-Oshkosh. And the reason why he picked Oshkosh over the other two is St. Norbert's another Catholic school, and he didn't want to do that again. And then UW-Madison, his mom didn't really want him to go for many reasons, and also it was a long drive. So UW-Oshkosh was closer, and that's kind of why he picked it. And when he first showed up to Oshkosh, he was the first generation student, so he was he didn't know what he was going to expect, and he thought it was going to be sport coats, like his Catholic school, and it was nothing like that. He was kind of surprised that everyone was dressed casually. And so his freshman year, he went back in his dorm, like to check out, I think he went to the archives or something and looked at how many kids were left through the 4 years that were in his dorm originally, and only 8 of them made it through all 4 years. So that kind of tells you what the dropout rate was like compared to today. And that was really eye-opening to me. And also while he was in school, he also met his wife there, and they've been together for I'm trying to think, like 40 years or something like that. It's crazy. And then he was also there during Black Thursday, but he wasn't really a part of it. But he does know a lot of friends that were actually a part of it and got expelled. And like he never really talked to many of them afterwards. He only seen like 1 or 2 of them after the expulsion. And he spent a lot of his free time at the bars as every other student because the drinking age was 18. And they didn't have TV or anything, so they played cards and went to a lot of sporting events. And then, so after school, he taught at Denmark High School, which is near Green Bay, and he taught there for around 30 years, and then he ended up retiring, and now he lives in Green Valley, Arizona. And he comes back every couple of years, and he has the scholarship program with him and his wife, where they have $1,000 that goes to a student every year for history and English education majors. And he just really likes to give back to the students here. And then this is just a little bit of advice he says. It's quick.
Should be the best time of your life, actually.
His advice to students is, have fun, get your schoolwork done, but like he really made it important that having fun's a great thing. And he also said when you get older, you have way more responsibilities, and as you're here, you should just enjoy it because you can not go to class and not really be penalized for it, but if you not go to work, you're going to get penalized for it, in his words.